So here's what happened. Like a little over a week ago, I did this video describing all the ways that we were going to keep people safe and talking about the fact that safety is our first priority, helping you get ready and make plans for getting back to worship and gathering. And I am really hoping that one of these days we're going to be able to do that we're going to be able to gather again. Actually, I'm not even hoping that one of these days. I know that we will. But here is the issue that I ran into today. And let me explain what's going on, because if you're watching this video, you're watching this video because you're probably wondering what happened. Let me explain what happened. The governor did a teleconference and just talked through some things, and it sounded great. But at the end of it, he made this reference to contact distancing. And let me explain what that means. I'm sorry, contact tracing, not contact distancing. So the way contact tracing could work in a congregation, and this is what our concern is if someone comes to a worship service at Slater and doesn't know they have the coronavirus, and then they are diagnosed with the coronavirus after that, then all the people who attended that worship service would be forced to not forced to, but suggested or recommended that they self-quarantine for 2 weeks. And I know that a lot of our folks would do that simply because we want to apply Romans 13, which is kind of where we started with this conversation like over a month ago. And so really, I started thinking about that. And really and truly, safety is our priority here. We want you to be safe. We've got a good thing going with our house church groups. I think people are really enjoying being a part of house groups. We've made a few changes this week to the way that works. You should be being contacted by your house group leader about what those changes are going to be. But the bottom line is, if we're serious about keeping people safe, I don't want to end up having folks have to self-quarantine because they came to a worship service. And incur, for many of us, most of us, working families, we would incur a good bit of loss because of that, especially financially when we couldn't go to work. So despite all of our best efforts to do this great planning and have this awesome video and do all this cool stuff about what it was going to be like to meet together on Sunday, all of that stuff is going to be true later, but it isn't true this week. This week, we're going to be meeting in house groups again. We've made the house groups a little bigger because not everybody can attend, and we understand that. But we wanted to have some sense of biblical fellowship. So you're going to be invited to a group this Sunday that may have a few more people in it than you are accustomed to. But it won't be too many more. Should still be able to practice social distancing if that's what you so choose. Again, if you don't feel safe or you feel sick, we want you to stay home. We're going to be putting everything on YouTube like we have normally been doing. But we do want to prioritize people being safe. So truly, I would apologize personally and accept the responsibility for making decisions that I then had to change. I think I got all of our hopes up, including my own, to make those to be able to make those changes. But I also want to be quick to come around and say, ultimately, it's our responsibility as pastors to lead well. And sometimes leading well means looking at the decisions that you're making and going, it may not be the best decision right now. So that's where I'm at. We will be gathering in-house groups for this week, and then we're going to play it by ear week to week, and we'll keep you posted if things change. But for right now, that's the plan. Guys, I really love you guys, and I cannot wait to see you again. If you have any questions, feel free to holler at me. Thanks.